Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to my channel. This is battle number 3 of the American campaign, Gates to Hell Liberation content. So here I'm just showing you the forces that I've taken on this particular battle. Drop 1 is my infantry drop with a officer, 2 squads. Drop 2 is my armored drop with 3 tanks, a howitzer and a tank crew. Here I'm looking at the campaign, the strategic map. It occurs to me it's not very strategic. Anyway, think I'm going to take this one here. It's a little higher risk, but a better reward. And we're going to the flooded lowlands. That sounds ominous. Let's check it out. So here we have the first drop coming in. Is it floody? I can't tell. It's coming in really slow. I'm going to drop here, drop 2. And I'm going to set up the defense. Move this out of the way. Move these guys into cover over here. It's not great cover, but it is something. Next, I'm going to pull the other 3 tanks up in a row here, kind of acting as my outer defense. And I'm going to try and take this first objective by pushing to the right and then attacking head-on across the stream. I think I'm going to use the high ground here across the stream, or the flooded zone. But I've got to set up my support weapons and my infantry and my artillery and my tanks before I move any further. I'm cutting out some of the boring stuff that you don't need to see. But you can see I'm moving the tanks up as the front line. The second line is going to be support weapons, 2 mortars and an artillery gun, a captured German infantry gun. And already we're in contact with the outer scouts. Oh, what do we got here? Armored car, Skizdif 221. I'm not going to advance on him. I'm going to see if I can get the artillery out of the soup here and use those guys to attack. I'm going to pull up the rest of the infantry. This is my tank crew. I cut a little bit out there so you wouldn't be wasting your time watching me pulling forces over to this side of the map. Pulling up the infantry, using them to see what the tankers can't see, because the tankers are buttoned down inside the tank with the hatches closed. I'm going to pull up the artillery. Oh, that scout car came out at me. AI is pretty aggressive right now. And we're forming up in the fannying around point. The FAP. As my forces all get into place here. The American sections or squads are huge. I don't know if that's historically accurate or not. I thought they were all 8 to 10 men. These rifle squads are 12 men. An impressive force, look at that. Pulling the lieutenant onto the tank. For my dramatic moment, he's going to man the machine gun with a 30 caliber Browning that's pintle mounted on the back of the turret. That looks kind of cool. Might use that for the opening screenshot or a thumbnail shot for the game. And everything's almost in line. What have we got back here? A mortar, a truck, and an ammo box. I'll bring them forward. I think the higher ground is to the right of the map here, so to the right of the page, so I'm going to try and place the artillery in an artillery support zone behind the tanks, where they can still fire, but they're not going to be the first to be targeted by anything that comes up to that stream bed like that armoured car did. I don't know if you've seen my company headquarters truck. I'm going to have to look up what type of truck that is unless somebody can put it in the comments. So my fanning around point is set. We're all good now. From here we have everything deployed in battle formation, and we're going to go ahead and start pushing across the stream. Is that artillery or is that a gun somewhere? If so, I think it's... oh, do you see that? That is a Panzerjäger 1. That's a Panzer 1 basically with a 37mm anti-tank gun on it. And I don't have range, so I'm going to have to move up my whole assault force to get within range of that thing. Have guys shoot at it from multiple angles to destroy it. Dramatic music going here. LT's on the back of this tank, bravely manning the 30 caliber machine gun. That tank's taken a few rounds. The middle tank here can't see, so I'm going to move it up where he can see that Panzerjäger. Oh, I don't know what that tank is doing. I didn't order it to do that. Well, not deliberately. Clearly I did, but accidentally. Move it over here to the right side. This guy now should be able to see that Panzerjäger and put rounds into him. They both have 37mm main guns. I'll move this one on the left across. Hopefully he'll get a better angle. Ooh, wait a minute. It stopped quick. That big mortar round dropped in front. I don't know what size mortar that is, or even if it's an artillery gun. I think I got that Panzerjäger. It's white on the minimap. Yeah, so we're looking pretty healthy here. Dun 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 dun. Da-dun, dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, got kind of a broad assault going here with the Stuart light tanks. Hopefully later on I'll be able to afford Shermans, but I'll still keep these Stuart light tanks because they're very nippy, they're very fast and agile. Make a good flanking light tank force. Okay, pulling up the mortars. And I don't know if they'll have range on the objective yet. I'll put the infantry gun, the captured German infantry gun, the LEFG, I think it is, 7.5 centimeter. I'll replace that with an American PaK 75 later. But right now it's 3 points. And mortar rounds I think are coming in. Could be artillery. Usually behind every objective you take there's a series of anti-tank guns, machine guns and mortars. The AI likes to do that, which is doctrinally correct. To have supporting positions behind a main objective that you're defending. And I've got infantry in here and artillery hitting me. That artillery can do damage to my tanks. It can do damage to everything I've got right now, actually. I'm going to have to move these mortars up to the river bank where they'll be in cover, but they'll... Did that infantry gun fire up to the far left and take out a... I think it did. It took out a armoured car. And there was a mortar. Clearly there's another mortar. Things are getting interesting. I'm guessing there's more than one mortar out there firing because the rounds are landing too quick, one after the other. I may have to start moving stuff around here shortly. Kinda in a bad spot. Oh look, the LT is gone. He must have got shot. Or maybe got caught in that artillery fire. That sucks. I was hoping to keep him all the way through the campaign. Never mind, he'll be replaced, I'm sure, in the next battle. And this tank here is taking fire from somewhere that I can't see. There's a mortar to the right side that's had the crew destroyed it, but it's still intact and capturable. I can't see where the mortar is. It's got to be behind some of these green lines here. A bit nervous about moving it forward unprotected by anything else. I know that infantry gun can kind of see in here a little bit, but it can't see into the corners. And I'm guessing that the mortars are behind one of these hedgerows. Normandy was famous for its hedgerows or its bocage as superb defensive terrain. Camouflage and then heavy concealment at the base of the hedgerows where the... Ah, look. Right there. Get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Quick. Should be inside the minimum distance for the mortar. But I'm not entirely sure. Come on guys, get him. There we go. That's killed the crews at least. But he's isolated on the other side of cover and concealment. Away from friendlies, so I'm a bit nervous. I don't know if he can see that. Panzerjäger. Well, these guys can see it. I think this guy here can see it. Oh, clearly they can see it. They just got hit by it. Okay. So I've got this one tank left. And he's got range. And he's behind the cover of rubble. Keep plugging away, bud. Oh, that was a big hit. Move the artillery up. Maybe the artillery will get him. That was a big hit on him. Oh, and he's down. His crew bailed out, and the crew are running towards to assault like infantry. Not their best move. I've noticed that they do that in this game. They should try and take cover and move to cover and then come back and try and salvage the tank. But they're not doing that this time. With the updated AI, this game does try and recapture armoured vehicles and anti-tank guns. It'll even try and recapture yours if you lose ground. Okay. I think I'll move the infantry up into this rubble here. First squad is moving up. I'm going to move the engineers up to here, and then when they're in cover, I'm going to have them sprint out and make defenses. Got these guys repairing the track on the right side because that middle Stuart can't move. And I've left this guy out flapping in the wind for too long. I need to pull him back. And I'm thinking back here by this armoured car. There's kind of a little bit of hard cover. Oh, he's taking forever. I'm going to manually steer. The steering has got a lot better with the AI, but they're still somewhat indecisive and they'll take a goofy way to do something versus just drive to where you gotta go and turn. I'll line this guy up with that armoured car for cover. Get the turret turning back to the front. There we go. See, I was being snuck up on by infantry. Alright. Looking good. Looking a lot better than I was before. I've captured the first objective in under 18 minutes. I'm going to put a infantry trench right here. And I'm going to start building some sandbags in front of this Stuart that needs to be repaired. Then I'm going to pull the crew back up there to repair it once they've got a bit of cover to hang behind while they do the repairs to the Stuart. Should work out pretty cool. I'm feeling pretty confident right now that I've captured the first objective. I've got to set up the defense of this objective C for Charlie. And then when that's all set up, I can start taking the other objective. But the red points are really low. They're only at 300 points, 299. Literally changed as I said it. And I've slowed down their points by capturing the first objective. And I'm going to start pulling up more defenses around here. He is going to capture that Panzerjäger. And that will add to the defenses. I'm going to pull up another squad of infantry. No, the first squad of infantry. And these guys need to repair out here. Huh. Interesting. They've come around a tree line to attack me. Oh, I've just lost my engineer. That sucks. Engineers are so valuable in this game. Well, the way I play. The way I play is a little different than some people, I'm sure. But I try to use artillery, infantry, armor, scouts, and engineers all in a combined arms type approach to the fight. I'm going to pull the mortars up here, so they're the second mortar up here. So they're providing defensive fire to this objective. And the infantry are kind of getting their head handed to them. Got a couple of wounded and a couple of low on ammo here. And also I'm in the beaten zone of some mortars. Some German mortars have got range on me. What's wrong with this guy here? Why won't he heal up? Heal that guy. Medic's earning his money today. Combat medic deployed forward with the troops. Healing the front line. You need to get behind cover. Not be flapping out in the wind. Looking pretty good now. I think I kind of beat off their attempt to retake the objective. Did I just speak too soon? I think I did. Pulling the medic back here. He's in cover. And everybody, including the mortars and the infantry and the tanks, are all putting fire down on that infantry that are trying to flank me from the east side. Apparently they're reinforcing from a broader direction than they ever used to. Putting these crewmen inside the Stuart, put that back into action, and that's behind sandbags, so that's looking pretty good. Hi, yourself. And move these guys closer together in an artillery firing line, and then I'm going to place the ammo right in front of them. So these guys have... Oh, this guy has seen somebody. I hope they're not trying to man those mortars again. That could do me a lot of damage. I've got an engineer flapping over here. He is going to come over here and put some sandbags in front of this tank. Don't know how long I'm going to stay here, but I'm definitely controlling this point for now. When I have enough defensive firepower moved up, come on medic, do your job, buddy. Who is that? Dick Bell, the medic. I have to recognize him. Mention him in dispatches. And these guys are now going to occupy the Panzerjäger. I'm moving the ammo box to the center of the artillery firing line. And move this engineer back here. I think I'll make a little bit of cover to put the ammo box in. Right here. So the ammo box is sitting out in the open, can have a bit of cover. That should be quite effective. Both the mortars were captured in the previous battle. Well, actually one was captured in each battle. This is my third battle, so I've only captured 2 mortars so far. But eventually I'll replace them with the American mortars. Panzerjäger 1 moving behind the cover of boxes. My engineer got schlacked that was putting sandbags in front of him, so I've had to move him to the right. Feeling pretty good right now. I've still got forces in reserve behind the hill behind me, and I've got defences in place, so I've got infantry, spotting infantry, armour spotting armour. I've got 3 tanks here, I've got 1 infantry gun and 2 mortars, and they're being resupplied by these ammo box. So I'm looking pretty good. I captured some stuff, and I'll be able to sell that for extra points. This guy's driving like crap. I'm going to have to take command of him and put him where I need him. I'm thinking of positioning everything so that we can... What's going on over here? It's a very dynamic battlefield. That M3 Stuart is definitely taking damage from a mortar, and I think it's the one behind the cover here, but I can't see anybody. I'm getting nervous. Should I pull him back? I think I'll pull him back. Now he's driving like a dork, so I'm gonna have to, because he would turn around if I just ordered him to move back there like he did. So now I'm driving him backwards. So his front armour, which is his toughest armour, is still facing the front. Oh, Panzer what? Panzer 1, Panzer 2. Looks like a Panzer 2. And the other guy's got him. I think the infantry gun actually got him. I'm just slaughtering the crewmen right now so they can't reoccupy him. I think I'm leaving that Stuart there and then moving the other guys over towards him. And I'm going to try and capture this Panzerjäger that's up here in this area right here. Oh, it's further up. If this Stuart can provide cover, I'll pull a crewman up and capture that tank. Sorry, Panzerjäger, it's not a tank. This guy has found where they're using the reinforcements to run down the hedge lines in cover. Go on guys, slay him. Gotta cut him off. The other objective is at the top of the screen in the center there. And if I can use this as cover... Oh, the mortars are here. Bye bye mortars. Deadly things. Did I get everybody? I think so. Got the crewmen, so they remanned those mortars, that's what was doing the damage to me. I'm going to set up a line of tanks right here. This looks like the reinforcement line that they're using to get to this objective. Oh, some came from the east. And the Panzerjägers line them up and the artillery is lining them up. I'm sure the infantry are chipping in too. Interesting battle this one. Oh, That looks, oh, it is a 10 centimeter. So it looks a little bit stouter than the 8 centimeter mortar. And that's why, because it's a 10. Alright, I'll move these guys up closer to the cover. The brick wall is cover. The infantry's coming out the smoke up there. Come on, guys, take a look. They don't see too well, these tankers. They could really benefit from having infantry up here with them, who see better than the guys that are buttoned up in the tanks. That's a pretty good position to be in. Okay, time to call second squad and move them up into, put them in the trench where they'll be safest. As long as we don't take any artillery fire, they'll be okay. The trench will protect them from artillery fire, but one good shot will kill more guys. If it impacts the back of the trench. This guy's still repairing. That's a Panzer II. Panzer IIF. That'll be a nice capture. What's it look like for damage? Oh, it looks pretty good. And I am going to move it back here. Put it in this spot on the left side. Got a Panzerjäger on the right, a Panzer II on the left. Well, actually in the center where that engineer is digging. So this is looking much better now over in this section. The engineer's been working his ass off. He dug 2 trenches, some more sandbags. Now he's digging his final piece of defensive work. He's digging this tank emplacement. I brought the 10 centimeter that I captured behind that green hedge line in the muddy field, and I've placed it back here at the artillery firing point. Consolidated it back here. Hopefully it'll keep filling up. I brought the company headquarters truck forward, and I'm using the driver as a crewman for this tank. And that's left the medic back in the company supply truck, or the company headquarters truck. So once I get this placed into the entrenchment in here, I am going to make a move on the second objective, because this one would look pretty safe and solid by then. I'm going to put a sandbag line. And I've run out of supplies. I can't do that. So the engineer is done. I'll put him in the Panzer, safest place for him. And Panzer II only has 3 crewmen. So I'll put him in the trench. Looking pretty good. My intent here is to take the infantry gun forward. That's got full of ammo right there. Taking the infantry gun forward to support the Stuarts as these guys take the next objective. And I'm going to go ahead and push forward. Once I've checked everybody out for damage, that center one's damaged, the left one is fine. So the center one's going to repair, the right one's going to repair. When they're fully repaired, I'm going to start pushing kind of top center up that way. And here we go. I cut out a little bit there for you. Got tired of waiting for the repairs, so we've pushed forward. And here we go forward to the next objective. Hopefully there's no big surprises waiting back there for us. And once I get a line abreast going here of tanks, wrong one. What I'm afraid of is running into something before I bring like that, see? The devil speaks. It's an infantry section, a German infantry section. They'll have anti-tank grenades and a machine gun. Once I'm at a final assault position or a fanning around point, I will call up the artillery to support the attack, and that'll be my infantry gun. And it's going to be a long way to push on foot, so I'm probably going to use the company supply truck right here to... I was actually going to hook him up to the artillery piece, but if I do that he'll run everybody over. So I'm going to put this engineer back in the tank instead of sitting on the back of it. He doesn't like the farts of the other guys in the tank. Oh, I moved the tank, I didn't mean to do that. Put the medic in as the driver. Move that up here. Put the tank back in the defensive position. And put the artillery infantry gun behind the truck and then tow it up there nice and fast. Come on, get in place. Really need you to get in place. Those guys are doing a good job. They're out of points, so I'm going to move them back to a safe area where they can regenerate points. It's a bit unrealistic, but I'll use the game mechanic. Alright. Throw an extra crewman in here. I got plans for him. And I'm pulling the infantry gun up here. I'm going to place it on about here. Face that way. And he should be able to support the tank attack. Looking good. Quite happy with this. These guys, I can slowly pull them forward. Put them on the other side of this stream so they'll be kind of hold down a little bit. And then I'm going to put the infantry gun right there. Thought I moved this tank. I mustn't have clicked on him properly. There we go. Now I got him highlighted. Move him forward. Dismount the infantry gun. Send the truck back, and the infantry gun can go further forward and support the attack. We're looking pretty good here, folks. I'm very happy with this one. This is a textbook type attack, and it's all working. Shows you that when you got tactics, so you got a plan, stick to your plan, and it works. Hopefully next I'll be able, if I win this, don't want to jinx it, I'll be able to afford Sherman tanks as the main armoured platoon, and then I'll keep this platoon of under strength platoon of 3 tanks, 3 Stuarts, and they can be kind of my flanking force. That's my plan. Using the infantry gun to break down the cover here, this wall, this tree line, these boxes. Next is this sandbag line. Looking healthy. These guys creep forward on the left. The anti-tank, the infantry gun I should say. I keep wanting to say anti-tank gun. Oh, I've got to stop him from shooting. He's on F6 automatic fire. Or fire at point of ground. He would have definitely shot stupidly into the back of this Stuart. Move this guy up. Start capturing the point. And as the infantry comes out, oh, he's trying to throw a grenade at me, and this guy got him. That would have sucked. Those anti-tank grenades are quite powerful at this point in the game. They will definitely brew up a Stuart in a heartbeat. So if I move this guy further to the right, I'll have kind of 90-degree angle of fire, or L-shaped fire. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The ants came marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants came marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants came marching two by two. The little ones stopped because they had to poo, to boo, to buy, to bollocky eye, to bollocky eye, to boo. You know, deep reflections into my childhood. That's a song I learnt as a little boy. It's not the original words of the song, obviously. To boo, to buy, to bollocky eye, to bollocky eye, to boo. Alright, looks like I'm capturing this point. Things are going well for us, folks. I'm probably going to stay on the battlefield after the win and do a bunch of salvage right now, in fact. And I will cut out that part so you don't have to see it all. Here we are, taking the objective and finishing out. Yes, we want to. And we're looking good. We did quite well there. The next screen is the important one, though. This says I have 10.5 resource points. Or research points, I should say. And that's looking good. I'll show you now as I'll scroll down here. This is all the stuff that I captured. 2 Skids F221s, 2 Panzerjäger 1s, another mortar which I don't need. And we're winning. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Peace out, love and hugs.
If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button and subscribe. Additionally, you can leave a comment that lets Saxon know what you think and if you enjoyed this type of content. Thanks for watching.